Hello, welcome to this video on my channel. If you're new here, my name is Holly. I am a resident doctor working in the UK, and this is my channel where I do some yoga videos, some life advice, and just a general bit of everything. So in this episode, we are going to be talking about journaling. Journaling is something that I have come back to so many times over the course of my life, and every time I come back to it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I do it. This is why journaling's a thing. So if you are curious about journaling, you're wanting to journal, you don't know how to get into it, these are my top tips. Obviously, this is not medical advice, this is not personalized to you, and if you are struggling with your mental health, with stress, go see your GP, go get the help that you need. This is just some advice to try and help you with journaling. So there is some evidence for journaling and its efficacy in helping with mental health and stress. So I will try my very best. Remember to put some links to some interesting papers in the description to inform you about journaling and what the benefits of it are. But people have found in trials and in papers that scores for mental health assessments have decreased, so symptom scores have improved for patients who journal. So first of all, what time of day to journal? I think this really affects what you want, if that makes sense, the journaling to achieve. So if you're someone who you want to start journaling in the morning, that's probably because you're wanting to set your intentions for the day. You're wanting to kind of frame your day with journaling in mind and help you to guide yourself through that. So that's one time of day to do it. Another time of day to do it is at night. It's a way to kind of reflect back on your day, reflect on what's happened, give yourself that time, that space, process what needs to be processed. Or, to be honest with you, whenever you can fit it in. You know, we're all really, really busy, and so sometimes the best time to journal is any time you have free. Don't set yourself that pressure of being like, I have to journal now, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. No, it's my time to journal. Maybe you benefit from that structure, but don't feel like if you didn't get that time at 6 o'clock that you can't do it at 7 o'clock the next morning, you know? Any journaling is better than no journaling. So that's step one. For me personally, I find it fits in best with my nighttime routine. I find it's a really good time for me to like wind down, process everything that's happened, help me to kind of shift my perspective, put a little bow on that day, and then go to sleep. But I can definitely see how it works in the morning. That's something that I might try and get into. So we'll see. Moving on what to actually put in your journaling. Again, whatever you think you need. It can be quite personal or it can be quite abstract. Some people keep quite like bullet journals where they do kind of, I've seen the videos on TikTok and Instagram, they're incredible. People are like colouring in how many bits of like water they've drunk, how many hours of sleep they did, how many pages of a book they read, whatever it is, kind of a lot of habit tracking. If you are a habit tracker, then great. If you're trying to build something into your practice, into your daily schedule, journaling can be a really great way of doing that. It can be a way of keeping yourself accountable, of trying to meet those goals, and of showing yourself your progress. Like, look, at the beginning of the month I was only drinking 1 litre, but look at me now drinking 2.5, you know? It can be really good. But I personally have found when I've tried to do this before that I put a lot of like stress and pressure on myself, and that journaling for me then becomes a bit of a chore, because I'm like, oh, you know, I'm going to have to fill this in, I'm going to have to fill this in. I'm going to have to look at the fact that I didn't read enough today, or I didn't do enough of this today, so it becomes a bit competitive and not what I need, and not therapeutic for me. So maybe you find it helpful, maybe you don't. Another thing you can put in your journal is gratitude. So practicing gratitude is one of those things that they've shown is really great for your mental health. And I think it's really hard sometimes to practice gratitude. Like, you can be in a place where you just cannot. You're like, how can I be practicing gratitude right now? My life is so difficult. And like, I get that. Sometimes it is really, really hard. But I think on those days when it's really hard, sometimes we can be grateful for really small things. And it's never silly to be grateful for small things. Like, you can just be grateful for the fact that you had a pillow to rest your head on at night. Do you know, like, thank God I can rest my head on this pillow and I can go to sleep. You know? And I mean that seriously, I mean that genuinely. You know, I can be really grateful that there's some more episodes left in this TV show that I'm watching, so it's not ended yet and I can still enjoy watching it. It doesn't have to be huge things. It doesn't have to be, oh my God, I'm so grateful I'm going on this world cruise, or you know, it doesn't have to be that big. Let's be grateful for really small things. So centering your journaling practice around gratitude can be really helpful, because it can really help you to shift your mindset as well, from focusing on the negative to actually taking yourself out of that and like, at least what good is there in my life, and what can I be happy about, and what can I channel my energy towards. So I would definitely put somewhere in your journal something about gratitude, and that can be I'm grateful for, and then you can make a list. Or you can just be like, I'm really happy that this happened, or that this is in my life, bullet pointing, whatever you like, pictures. Gratitude can be however you want it to be. Another thing that's really great to put in your journal after you've done some gratitude, or before, just somewhere in there, is about things you're looking forward to. I think sometimes in life we can be quite focused on things in the past, things that have gone badly, things that are stressing us out in the here and now, and maybe things that are stressing us out in the future. We are future thinking, but we're thinking, oh my god, that's stressful, that's stressful, that's stressful. And we can get quite bogged down in that and forget that actually there's so much joy in our lives and we have so much to look forward to. So taking a moment to write down some things that you're looking forward to. And again, those can be big and small things. So like I said, maybe it's the fact that you're looking forward to watching that next episode of your TV show tomorrow night, and you're just really looking forward to sitting on the sofa, having your dinner and watching that. And that's a valid thing to be looking forward to. Maybe you are looking forward to a holiday. Maybe you're looking forward to being winter over, getting some sun on your face as spring comes in, whatever it is. But having those things in mind that you know you're looking forward to can help you again to frame your life more positively. And again, kind of have a positive outlook and a positive outset. Maybe. So the next thing that I think is really great to include in a journal is some positive affirmations. So again, there's been a lot of stuff about how great it is to have those positive affirmations, to have that kind and positive inner voice. I think we can often have a very critical inner voice, and that's come about from lots of different external factors, from our upbringing, from the media, all kinds of stuff. But we can be really negative, and I notice this myself. I'll be like, oh, Holly, why did you not do that? Oh, you need to be doing better at this. Why haven't you made time for this? How have you still not done this? How have you still not done that? And all of this is chipping away at us all day, every day, as well as all these external messages we're getting from the outside that we can't control. One thing we can control is our inner voice, though. We can learn to be kind to ourselves. And it's important to do this in a way that's not critical of being critical, if that makes sense. We have to try and be kind and notice that, oh, I'm being a bit critical of myself again. That's okay. I'm just trying to help myself do the best I can. But maybe I can be kinder to myself. So my supervisor at the GP practice I'm working at the moment was so kind and so helpful with this and reframing things. So things like just choosing to speak to yourself nicely. Being like, okay, I'm really stressed and overwhelmed with the revision, but saying, you know what, Holly, well done. You're keeping going with that revision, even though it's so challenging, it's so difficult. You're still sitting down, you're still doing those questions. You're doing as much as you can, and that's good. You're still trying. So just being really kind of positive about what you are managing to do. And I think my practice and how I've decided to write affirmations has really evolved. So I used to kind of just like bullet point things, like you are kind, you are this, you are that. But actually I think that became a bit superficial, and I wasn't really connecting to my inner self when I was doing that. So now I try to be really specific when I'm doing that, when I'm trying to give myself kind of affirmations, really specific to what I've done that day, how I'm feeling at the moment. Was there a moment when I felt like, yeah, I really did a good job with that? Or was there a moment where I've tried really, really hard at something that I can pick up on and give myself that kind of affirmation, like a parent might do to a child, and be like, you know what, I noticed that and that was really good. So being really specific with your affirmations can help them to be more meaningful. So in summary, if you are journaling, there are loads of different ways you can do it. The best thing is to just get started. Don't be scared. Don't feel like you have to do certain things, you have to not do certain things. It has to be this massive chore. It can literally be 2 minutes in the morning or at night. Any notebook, any pen, doesn't have to be anything fancy. And see if it helps. See if doing some affirmations helps. See if doing some kind of gratitude can help you and help you refocus and reset your life. Let me know how you get on.